just to be completely honest with you, I almost wasn't going to do the stream, man, because just tired, man. I'm just tired, man. Just tired. You know, I'm getting old, man. But you know what? I'm excited about these. I'm excited about these earbuds. So for people that don't know that, like some people say, like, how could you make videos about earbuds over and over and over and over? It's because I actually love what I do. Like that's the thing. Like that's where that comes from. Like that passion for what I do, the passion of finding a new product that sounds dope and listening to my music. And sometimes when they're so good, it's almost like hearing a song for the first time. That's what continues to drive what I'm doing here. So I seriously am excited about these and happy to share this with you, man. So let's go ahead and do this, man. So I've got them right here, just so you guys can see that we're going to pair up to my phone as soon as I open these up. But these are them right here, man. So these are the Soundcore, let's see if it'll, come on, man, focus. The Soundcore Liberty 2 Pro Plus. So also known as the Soundcore Liberty 2 Pro Upgraded. So these are the bad boys right here. Overall, when you're just looking at them, they don't look any different than your standard Liberty 2 Pro. Here's my Liberty 2 Pro in white. These are the standard Liberty 2 Pros right here. So just from looking at them, they don't look any different. I mean, aside from the color, obviously, but yeah, just at a glance, size-wise, everything physically, everything that comes in the box, everything looks pretty much identical. So overall, physically they're the same. They fit the same. You know, it's the same thing. The case is overall the same. You still get USB-C, you still get wireless charging. It's still using the dual driver setup, so you're still getting that sound quality. So overall, it is still essentially the same earbud, but there are some key differences, and there's some that might be a little bit deeper when I went through the pairing process. So let me get into some of the main differences real quick. And hold on. Did we get some super chats in here? Hold on. Am I missing? I don't want to be missing you guys when you guys drop super chats, man. Oh, Jay Lindy, what's up, man? Coming through with a $2 super chat or super sticker. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Yo, Zach, what's up, brother? Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you, man. So let's see here. The main difference that I noticed. So let's say, so Soundcore. Okay, let's start this. Let's reset. So the Soundcore Liberty 2 Pro Plus versus the Soundcore Liberty 2. So let's get this started right away. Overall, they're exactly the same, except for a few key differences. Now, the first thing that I noticed was when I first paired them. So basically, you know, you go to pair a Soundcore set of earbuds, you open up the case, you can pull them out of the case. They'll automatically enter pairing mode. So you don't have to do anything there. They automatically go into pairing mode. Then you just got to, you know, go through your phone's Bluetooth menu to find them. So basically, you know, you go through the Bluetooth menu, you see Liberty 2 Pro Plus down there in the Bluetooth menu, you go ahead and pair them. And then it gives you the prompt, pair to these, you pair to them, and then that's it. You're done. It's all said and done. Here's the difference, though. If you look at the Bluetooth menu for the original Liberty 2 Pro, you get two Bluetooth entries. You get one for the right earbud and you get one for the left earbud. So it's like they both pair. So when you're initially pairing them, you're going to get a prompt to pair, and then it's going to give you a second prompt to pair to the left one. So it's like they're using separate Bluetooth connections for both. The new ones don't do that. The new ones pair both at the same time on one Bluetooth entry. So I thought that was kind of strange. Now, I don't know if that's just a difference in firmware or if that's a difference in chipset, but there's definitely something different internally there. So just in the fundamental way that they pair to your device. So that was something that kind of tripped me out, because I was kind of, when I went to the pairing process, I'm like, wait a minute, I remember just like the Liberty Air 2, the Liberty 2 Pro had that weird double pairing process. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, that's Liberty 2 Pro, Liberty 2 Pro Plus. All right, so you see, this is what I mean. So let me see if it'll focus up here. So you see how, so it says Soundcore Liberty 2 Pro L. So that's the left one. And then let me go back in here. And then there's this is the right one from my suspicions here. Let me see if it'll, yeah, Soundcore Liberty 2 Pro, right? But with the the Liberty 2 Pro Plus, it just says Liberty 2 Pro Plus. It doesn't do anything else. There's no second option there, which I thought was kind of interesting. So, oh yeah, and then as you can see down there towards the bottom, hold on, let me see if I can get them to pair up real quick. So I just pulled them out of the case. There they go. Now they're paired. Okay, and then let's see if we can. We can only activate it from there. But if you look in the very bottom there, you see that the LDAC for the Liberty 2 Pro Plus. That's one of the other differences. So, yo, what's up, Scoop? How you doing, man? So that was the big thing that I noticed right up front when I was first pairing them, is that there was a difference in the way that they paired. Now I don't know if that's a different chipset or what's going on, but there's definitely something different about them as far as the Bluetooth menu. Now, secondly, the other biggest thing in the differences between the Liberty Air 2, or sorry, the Liberty 2 Pro Plus and the regular Liberty 2 Pro, is that the Liberty 2 Pro Plus also feature an ambient mode. So you can use these, you can turn on the mics and hear what's going on around you. Now, this is a great feature to have. This is a good upgrade. Now, just to be fair, Soundcore did promise that they were going to do this when these were first released back in October, I believe, of 2019. So I believe that that's the promise they made, that they were supposed to do some sort of firmware update. That never happened. So that was kind of messed up. But the Pro Plus does have ambient mode. It works pretty well. The microphones on the Liberty 2 Pro were never known for being the best in the world, so it does work fairly well. Sadly, there's no adjustability in here, but it is there. Like, I can hear what's going on around me when I walk around outside. I can hear traffic, things like that. So you still maintain some of that situational awareness. So that's something good to see. Yo, Ted, what's up, man? Good to see you here, bro. So yeah, so that's the second main difference. Third, you have HearID 2.0 available on the Liberty 2 Pro Plus. Now, there's regular HearID and there's HearID 2.0. Now, regular HearID is basically going to give you that ear sound test, and it's going to test your right ear, test your left ear, and it's going to develop a custom EQ curve based on your hearing, around the results from that test. It does work pretty well. That was actually one of my favorite EQ settings for the Liberty 2 Pros. With the Liberty 2 Pro Plus, they're using HearID 2.0, where it still gives you that the hearing test, and then it gives you that custom curve. But the difference is that now you can apply that curve that it creates. You can apply that to one of the preset EQs, or you can take your curve and make adjustments yourself. It's like, if it gives you a curve and you're like, you know what, there just isn't enough bass, you can adjust the bass. Or if you think, you know what, there's not enough mids, then you can make those adjustments. So whatever you feel like, if you want to go in and be a little bit deeper with it, you can totally do that. So let me show you kind of where that is. I did snatch a quick picture of it. Yo, Mr. Knox coming through with the super chat. Got to bounce. Have a little something for you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Seriously, man. I can't say that enough. Thank you. Thank you. Let me bring this up here so you can see it. Is this the one? Yep. So that's the one right there. So this is the one that I'm talking about. So these are the advanced settings. Once you're done doing your HearID, you can go in there and you see initial curve. That's basically the results that are once the testing is done. Basically, it's like, all right, here's what we got going on for you. This is what it's going to be. And then the second one, that's your custom HearID, and that's basically where you can make a custom EQ based on that. And then there's the favorite music genre, and that's where you can take your favorite genre of music and integrate it into your HearID curve. So these are some of the differences here between those two options there. So something a little bit different, something to think about, but that is the main difference between regular HearID and HearID 2.0, because I know when I saw that, I was like, what's the difference? Like, what's going on here? But that's what the difference is. They are actually something different in between them. So let's see here. All right. And then last but not least, then we have LDAC support. So basically the original Liberty 2 Pros, they supported aptX. And with these, they've opted away from aptX and they've gone over to LDAC support. And LDAC is going to give you a higher bit rate. So from what some people say, it's going to give you a difference in sound quality. Now, I'm testing them both side by side. There is what I would refer to as a very marginal difference in the sound quality. They both still sound excellent, with the Liberty 2 Pro Plus having, like, what's the best way to put it? It's a slightly higher resolution in the audio. So the treble has a little bit more crispiness. The bass is like a little bit cleaner, a little bit more depth to it. But overall, it isn't a huge difference. Like, it isn't like a 9-day difference. So if you're trying to figure out which of these two to buy, I wouldn't buy it on LDAC alone. Like, that wouldn't be the reason why. If anything, it's the combination of the features of the added ambient sound, of the HearID 2.0, and for LDAC support, cool. And that'd be the way that I would run with it. Like, if you want all three of those things, then cool. But, if it's just the sound quality difference, like if you already have the Liberty 2 Pro, there isn't a huge difference here. Like, it's not a night and day difference, is what I'm saying. You're getting some added features, which is cool. So, but yeah, overall, But let me show you kind of what that looks like too, because even in the app, it looks a little bit different. So check this out. So that's kind of what it looks like once you have the app up and you go ahead and pair them to your device. So right there on the bottom, you can see the transparency mode, then you have your normal mode, and then you can see Liberty 2 Pro Plus upgraded version with LDAC. And the LDAC one, that's where you kind of go into the, I think it's this one here. So the next menu, if you click on settings, you'll see sound mode. And if you go into sound mode, believe that's where you go into sound mode. It says takes about 10 seconds to restart your earphones when switching modes. So you can go into preferred audio quality. So that's where you get LDAC. And under that, it's combined audio and connection quality. Because here's the thing with LDAC, and something that maybe some people won't say or fail to mention sometimes, is the fact that when you're using LDAC, it does mess with your connection quality a little bit. So sometimes you won't have as much distance. Like if you like to set your phone down and walk around your house, you might not have as much distance. So there could be some connection quality issues using LDAC. So that's something to be aware of. But choosing the combined quality will give you the best of both worlds. So that is, that's kind of the drawback. There's always a give and take. So unfortunately, we still don't have a perfect set of true wireless earbuds. But overall, those are the main differences between the two. Now, if you don't have either the Liberty 2 Pro, or, if you don't have them, period, and you're looking at getting the Liberty 2 Pro or the Liberty 2 Pro Plus, don't do it to yourself. Just get the Liberty 2 Pro Plus. Just buy the upgraded version. Don't get the older model. So as far as I know, they were the same price, on Amazon. They should have been $129. I know prices tend to go up and down with Soundcore products, so that's something to keep in mind. But if you're a person who already has the Liberty 2 Pro, just for sound quality, it's not worth upgrading. But if you want the combination of ambient sound, HearID 2.0, and the LDAC support, then that would be the reason to upgrade if you wanted to do so. And then when we want to stack them up against, say, okay, let me put it this way, because it'll still be a lot faster and a lot quicker than me going down each and every single one of the Liberty earbuds or Life Series earbuds. The Liberty 2 Pro Plus are still the king of the Soundcore earbuds. Because I get this question a lot. Like a lot of people will be asking me like, oh, is Liberty Air 2 Pro better than Liberty 2 Pro? Or is the Life A2 NC better than Liberty 2 Pro? No. Liberty 2 Pro Plus and Liberty 2 Pro are the only ones that are running their coaxial dual driver. They're the only ones that have this level of dynamic audio to them. They're the only ones that have the dynamic driver and the balanced armature that can bring you this level of sound quality. They're the only ones from Soundcore's lineup. Not saying that the other Soundcore earbuds aren't good, because they are excellent. But this is the only one that can bring you all of that sound quality at the level that it does. It's the only one right now. So some of the other ones get close though, like the Liberty Air 2 Pro gets pretty close, but they can't match the bass depth and they can't match the volume. The Life A2 NC gives you a very similar sound signature, but it's nowhere near as deep on bass, nowhere near as crisp on the treble. But the other, there's two from Soundcore that can almost get to that bass level. And that's the super budget Soundcore Life A1, the ones that go for like $50 or whatever. And the other one is the Soundcore Spirit X2, the ear hook ones. So both of those have some serious bass, and they can kind of, go toe to toe with the Liberty 2 Pro on bass. But beyond that, the Liberty 2 Pro really does take the title. So the Liberty 2 Pro Plus right now still stands as the Mac Daddy, the alpha male or alpha female, whichever you prefer, for the Soundcore lineup right now. Liberty 2 Pro Plus still wears the crown. They just took their best earbud and made it a little bit better. So added some of the features that they should have come with from the beginning. So, and you still get all the usual stuff. You still got the Bluetooth 5.0, you still get, independent usage mode and dual connect. You can still charge them via USB-C. They still have wireless charging. They still have fast charge. So they still have all the convenience features. And these are not touch control. These are button control, and they have the buttons on top, which I personally prefer. So that's something where a lot of people kind of tend to sleep on that, because a lot of people want button control or touch controls. Let me see if it'll block out my face enough to focus. So you see that button right there. Let me see if it'll focus in on it. No, maybe. It's too small. But there's a little button right there on top, and it sits in the perfect spot to where you can just have it like this, and you can just pinch and click like that. You don't have to like push the button into your ear. So it's one of the better designs when it comes to that. Yo, Marty coming through with the $5 super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So yeah, no noise cancellation on these. No, not yet. So, but here's the thing though, and this is something that a lot of people who have who have the Liberty 2 Pro will tell you that with a good seal, they provide excellent passive noise isolation. So that's one of the things that a lot of people kind of fail to mention, but it sits in your ear so deep and it blocks a lot of your concha that you don't get a lot of external noise when wearing them. And then trust me, when you're listening to them, you're going to totally forget that you don't have noise canceling. So that's just to be clear. But if you want ANC, there's other options. Like the video that I dropped yesterday on the Edifier NeoBuds Pro. If you want noise canceling, that's going to be the one you want to pick up right now. Let's see. Do you know if LDAC can be locked to run 900? As far as I know, there's no option in there to lock it to 900. So I was looking through developer settings, and I was in my developer settings on the S21, and it wasn't giving me, I couldn't change it. Like basically, if I set it to 900 and then I backed out of the menu and went back in, it was defaulted back to its default mode. So I don't have the ability to lock it. All you can do is lock it into LDAC, but you can't adjust the bit rate beyond that. So yeah, that's one of the things you got to watch out for. Yes, just to be clear on this one too, Soundcore on the Q35, Soundcore did provide a firmware update, and the firmware update did take care, at least on mine, it did take care of the EQ shift issue. So if anybody was looking or waiting or anything like that, as far as I know, I mean, I would have to confirm with Soundcore if they released that firmware update to everyone, but you know, they did, you know, send over a firmware update for me, and it did work. So yeah, let's see here. Ouch, 130. They're worth every penny of that 130. Let's see here. Choice of Q35 or Liberty 2 Pro Plus, which you prefer for LDAC performance? Right now, I would, well, for me, normally, I will always say go with headphones over true wireless earbuds. But it's all about your comfort level. So that's really what it comes down to. But if I had to pick between those two and they're both coming in at the same price, I'm going to choose the Q35s for sure. See. No, I just Tuco, did you just get here? Because I just went through all the differences. I'm not about to repeat myself. You're gonna have to rewind back on this live stream because I'm not about to repeat myself again. See, the only problem was pop low noise issue. Another YouTuber had the same issue with his pop low noise. I don't know what you're talking about. See, what do you mean by dynamic sound? Dynamic sound means usually more on the V-shaped side, so more lively, more fun, more bouncy. So usually boosted bass, boosted treble, usually neutral mids, right around there. Yeah. And see, the firmware update they released for me did not address the sound shift, but it did address the LDAC issue I was having. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't have an LDAC issue, so I was having an EQ shift issue. Let's see here. Yo, what's up, Wade? How you doing? Showed up late, trying to get the kiddos loaded up. But are these louder than regular L2P? No, volume wise is the same. And just to be clear for anybody, if the Liberty 2 Pros aren't loud enough, now I'm not a doctor, but you should probably get your ears checked unless you already know you have hearing damage, because the Liberty 2 Pros were one of the loudest earbuds that I own. So some people are like, yeah, they weren't loud enough. I'm like, fam, you need to go see a doctor. Because some of this stuff is just like, some people are like, oh yeah, these ain't loud enough. I'm like, bro, you're tripping. You need to get your ears checked. Here's the thing, and this is for everyone. If you're listening to stuff too loud, like in your car, you listen to stuff too loud in your house, on your headphones and your earbuds. Like, I made it a point to turn volumes down on everything, from my car to the house, the TV, earbuds, headphones. I made it a point to wherever I thought I wanted to listen to it, I knocked it down one notch or knocked it down two notches, to let my hearing become accustomed to it, to let my hearing become a little more sensitive. So that's something I started doing because I was tired of having to listen to stuff at like max volume. It's just not good for you, especially over the long run. So let's see. Actually, if you want to see if they're a noticeable upgrade, Estebandito, you got to watch my video on the Q35s. I break them down, the differences and everything. So you should definitely check out that video if you want to see that. Let's see here. For me, buds that go deep in the ear canals can get uncomfortable after a while. Would these have this issue? Comfort, I don't know. I can't tell you that. For me, they're fine. But if you have a comfort issue with earbuds, then you may want to look elsewhere. So comfort is incredibly subjective, man. When you ask somebody else what's comfortable, it's tough to really set expectations with that, because we all have different ears and we all have different comfort levels. So you got to really, really be careful with asking other people what's going to be comfortable for you, because nobody has the same ears or comfort levels. Yeah, the Status between Pro. Yeah, they're definitely dope, man. They're definitely dope. See, the Liberty 2 Pro were plenty loud, particularly when you EQ. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. Would it be fair to compare Liberty 2 Pro Plus with Sony Mark IV? Absolutely. Absolutely. So sounds like I turn my volume up all the way. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, you gotta do things how you want to do it, man. But I'm telling you, man, later on down the road, trust me, speaking from experience, it will affect your hearing in a negative way. So there's reasons why I started turning the volumes down on my stuff, is because I want to be doing what I'm doing right now for all of you. I want to be doing this for a long time. So I don't need to be going deaf early. Let's see here. Oh man, what's up, Ryan? Coming in from Trinidad and Tobago. What's up, man? How you doing? In terms of how deep ear canal feeling, how do they compare to some of the other deep canal earbuds that you have reviewed in the past? I don't I don't break them down by deep canal. I don't know what you mean. I just have earbuds. So I'm not sure what you mean by deep canal. Hey, no worries, Jordan. Take it easy, bro. Are the MIFOs overpriced for their tech location? What does that mean? What? I don't understand what that means. What ear tips do you recommend for the Soundcore Life A2? For me, I always go, well, here's the thing. Soundcore includes a lot of ear tips with like in the box. They include a bunch. So I always recommend trying all of them. And if none of them really fit you right, or you're not getting a good seal, then at that point, I would go with something from SpinFit, usually the CP360. There's a link in the video description for this live stream. You'll see a link in there for SpinFit if you want to check them out. But those are the ones I normally go with. Is that why Samsung phones, when you turn up the volume, they have that red zone and it's to warn for ear damage? Yeah, absolutely. These manufacturers, they're trying to help you out, man. Oh, man. What's your thoughts on upgrading the silicone tips to memory foam like the XM4, especially on buds like this, which don't have ANC? Yeah, I mean, if you really need passive noise isolation, then that's the best bet. That's really the way to do it. Memory foam is going to give you, you know, ANC levels of noise canceling. So that's one of the things that I was really, really surprised. And they do have them, they're available for Soundcore. You can get them from Comply, if I remember correctly, probably some others, but you definitely want to get them from Comply because they're one of the few companies that is going to give you the right size for the stem and make sure that they actually fit into the case. So that's probably going to be the way that you want to do it. So what's up, man? First time post. What do you think of the Life P3 versus Liberty 2 Pro? I got both. Well, both of them are excellent. The Liberty 2 Pro Plus is going to overall give you better sound quality, but the Life P3 they're no joke. They're no slouch. The Life P3, that's why I said it in the video that I didn't understand this product because it's so much better than a lot of, it's like it almost feels like they made it better than their more expensive earbuds, which I was kind of like, what are they doing? The True Stand, have you reviewed the Soundpeats H1? Yes, I reviewed the Soundpeats H1. There are 3 H1 videos on my channel from almost a year ago. So I was like the first person to review the H1s on YouTube. I had the first, I think I had 3 videos up before someone else even put up a video. So I had Soundpiece H1 full review. I had the H1 versus the 3SE and the H1 versus the FIIL T1XS. I reviewed them so long ago that my H1s have already died and people are just now starting to review them. My H1s died 6 months ago. So yeah, that's how that works. Thoughts on the CX True Wireless? They're dope. If you want all my thoughts, I have a whole ass video on my channel that is the full review of the Sennheiser CX True Wireless earbuds, Marlon, if you want to go ahead and check that out. I made that whole video for you, man. Sorry, it's tough to say to like try to give you a breakdown right here when I have an entire video on my channel about a product because of the amount of time that it takes me to make one of those videos. For a lot of people thinks that like it's a 10-minute video, must have took this guy 10 minutes to make it. Each one of my videos is anywhere from 20 to 30 hours worth of work. So if I have a whole video where I give you all of my thoughts and all the breakdown and all the testing and all that stuff, there's nothing I can say here that's going to be better than everything I give you in the actual video itself. Let's see here. Do you have a link for the white and gray version of Liberty 2 Pro Plus? As far as I know, there is no white and gray version. As far as I know, the only version I've seen of Liberty 2 Pro Plus is the black version. That's it. Yeah, I thought I saw Lon Denard in the house. What's up, Lon? How you doing, bro? Let's see. Which earbud below 100 can defeat Life A2 NC? Soundcore Life P3. If you watch my review of the Soundcore Life P3, you wouldn't be asking this question. Some easy stuff, man. It's some easy stuff here. A lot of these questions could be resolved if some of you guys simply subscribe to my channel and like actually watch the videos. So let's see, what TWS has longest life? What do you mean by longest life, Nicholas? You need to be specific. What does that mean? Does that mean playback on a single charge? Does that mean how many charges are in the case? Does that mean how long they're going to last over time? Like we got to be a little more specific. I heard ANC requires space for a mic, compromising sound quality. I don't think the requirement for the space for a mic actually compromises sound quality. If anything, what can compromise sound quality is them not tuning it correctly. So that's why you'll hear me talk about EQ shift, and that's where your earbuds sound one way with no ANC on, and then they sound different with ANC, turned off and on. So more than anything, that's what will affect sound quality. But the physical requirement for an additional microphone, nope. Yeah, that's never really been an issue, at least not lately. Well, here's the thing. I never had audio hiss in any of my Liberty 2 Pro. I had 3 sets of Liberty 2 Pro. None of them had an audio hiss. My Liberty 2 Pro Plus, there's no audio hiss. So I'm not saying it wasn't an issue. I'm just saying that the issue wasn't as prevalent as people try to make it seem. So just to be clear. Let's see. Have you tried the new Beats Studio Buds? If so, how do you like it? Dear Lord. The reason I'm laughing is because it's like if people just took one quick look at my channel, and you would see that I have whole reviews on this stuff, but it's like it's almost comedic at this point. But let's see here. Let me see what I can do for you here. Wow, man, this thing is moving so slow. Good Lord. It's not me freezing up here. It's for some reason it's like I can't load a page on here for some reason, which I don't understand. Hey, there it goes. All right. Geez, we're back in. All right, JD Photography. I'm going to put a link in the chat just for you. That's my full review right there of the Beats Studio Buds. I like them. I think they're pretty dope. But all you got to do is check out the video if you want to hear all those thoughts. I know some people don't got time to be watching my videos and stuff, but it would be dope if before you asked me that question, you guys actually looked at the channel to see, oh yeah, guess what? He has reviewed all of these freaking earbuds. So, oh man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, bro. It's only a matter of time, man. It's only a matter of time. We got to get to 100,000 first. We got to get there. Let's see here. In your opinion, what's better, the Edifier NB2 Pro versus WF1000 XM4? Oh, easily the XM4. That's an easy one. You guys don't watch his videos. Hey, man, it happens, man. It's, it could be a lot of people that are just stumbling upon me right now and just kind of never heard of me or whatever. And it happens. It's cool. So have you done the thing with the thing? Yes. You get it. You know what time it is. I didn't see a review of the JBL Live 300. Yeah, that's because JBL hasn't sent me any of their products. And when I try to buy their products, it was a freaking disaster. So on multiple live streams, Marty, I've gone over the what happened with JBL and how I ordered a product that somebody in the chat was trying to get me to buy. So I went ahead and bought them. They sent me the wrong ones. And then they sent me through the ringer to try to get them exchanged to the right ones. I paid for $150 earbuds and they sent me their lowest level $40-something earbuds. And then it was their mistake. But then I was forced to prove that I actually got the wrong product. And then they had to like go through their process and then finally send me an RMA. And then when I sent it back, it's taken them, weeks to figure it out. By the time this all got done, I just said, you know what? You guys can keep your freaking earbuds. Just give me my money back. It was such a mess. So the only way that you're going to see JBL products on my channel is if somebody from JBL reaches out and sends me some review samples. But aside from that, you ain't going to see no JBL reviews on my channel. So I already tried to buy them for a review. And considering that process, hell no. If they can't just find the right product and put it in the box and ship me the correct one, it's like, and I know things happen. You know what I mean? But yeah, no way, man. Yeah, that was just no bueno, man. What's better in your opinion, Comfo Buds or Life A2? Comfo Buds Pro. You got to be specific because there is a Comfo Buds. Those things suck. But the Comfo Buds Pro are actually really good. So let's see here. I definitely prefer Sennheiser over Bose for sure. So let's see. So I want to get the Life A2 NC, but her complaints of disconnection, audio cutout issues. What do you think? I've never experienced any of that. And I had both the Life.2 NC and the Life A2 NC, and I never experienced that at all. So here's the thing. When you buy something from Soundcore, not trying to like, hype them up and stuff, but especially if you're here in the States, they have excellent customer service. So if you ever do run across anything, all you got to do is contact them. The products carry a warranty. So, and they have a reputation to uphold. So that's something that you definitely want to make sure when you buy them, especially if you buy them through like Amazon or whatever it might be, if you have a problem with them, send them back, get them exchanged, so do one more Comfo Buds Pro sound quality compete with Liberty 2 Pro? It's sort of, but it's different. Like the one more Comfo Buds Pro are really, really good, but they're a much more neutral, much more relaxed kind of a tuning. So it's a bit different. They're more mid-forward, less hyped up on the bass and treble. So it's much more smooth of a sound versus Liberty 2 Pro. So it's almost like two different flavors of sound. Sound isn't as simple as this good, this better. There's different flavors of it. You got stuff that's heavy with bass, stuff that's totally flat. You got stuff that is big on treble. Then you got things that are very dynamic. You got stuff that's mid forward. So there are different flavors, just like there's different sodas or different flavors of candy. There's different flavors of sound. So it's something that I want to make sure you guys are aware of because I get that question a lot. Where is this better than this? Better how? Because not everything is the same. Not all earbuds are created the same. They're not all tuned the same. So the flavor of sound's not the same. It's such a shame because I have a set and they sound astoundingly amazing, especially with classic jazz. Hey, that's great to hear, man. I'm glad, Marty, that you're having a great experience with them. But like I said, a poor customer service experience is the fastest way, especially on a return, is the fastest way to make or break my experience as a customer moving forward. If you make it easy for me to buy the product, cool. But if there's a problem with it, your aftercare is also important. And that's what lets me know, like, if I'm going through this, what's everybody else going through? So yeah. No, the Beats hype train back before they got bought by Apple, Beats back then were trash. Once they got bought by Apple, Beats actually improved. What sucks is that their reputation amongst audio people is still bad, despite the fact that they've actually improved incredibly. So yeah. Says, how did the the Liberty 2 Pro Plus compare to the Edifier NeoBuds Pro? So versus the NeoBuds Pro, they're very close in sound, but the Liberty 2 Pro, I would still take the NeoBuds Pro over them. If you want to see me, I do rank them in the NeoBuds Pro video, with NeoBuds Pro taking the first spot. So they came in number 1. So if you want to check out that review, please do. Seriously wanting these pricey L2P plus, but wanting super pricey. Yeah, well, I mean, that's how it goes, man. Says I buy my headphones through Amazon, so return is super easy. Yeah, that's it, man. I mean, if you can do that, if you can get them through Amazon, I mean, just, that's the way to go. Did you say candy? It's ear candy, bro. It's ear candy, man. You know what time it is, bro. Oh man. Yeah, no, absolutely. At the time, the ones I was trying to buy were not available on Amazon, or else I would have just bought them on Amazon and this whole story could have been avoided. But I bought them directly on JBL's website, and that's what happens. Moral of the story is buy your earbuds on Amazon, not from JBL's website. Put it that way. Because apparently putting the right earbuds in the box was a little too difficult to manage. Yeah. Let's see. Yo, take it easy, Sep. Appreciate you coming through, bro. I know what time it is, man. Take it easy, man. So it's still waiting on Liberty 3 Pros, not 3 Pros with LDAC. I guess. Let's see. So what do you think getting the Galaxy Buds Plus in 2021 and pairing them with a Moto G stylus? Well, I don't have a Moto G stylus, so I really can't tell you much there. So Galaxy Buds Plus are good still. I think there's better options, but it really just depends on how much you're going to be paying for them. Let's see. It says, with the explosion of TWS earphones, do you think Bluetooth codecs will be the next area to see a complete overhaul to standardize and try to achieve true lossy audio wirelessly? Hopefully we'll see something come along those lines. I mean, I think it's really coming to it soon. I know Qualcomm is working really hard at pushing that. I'm assuming so is Sony, amongst others. So I believe that's where we're going to be. I don't know if it's an issue with it being like we're all stuck on Bluetooth 5. Maybe it'll be with Bluetooth 6. I don't know. It would be nice to see something along those lines, though. I mean, for the most part, SBC and AAC seem to be standardized across almost every earbud that I test, like almost every single one. Because when you go into like the developer options, you can see which codecs are supported, and it's usually like the ones that are unsupported are grayed out, but the ones that are always supported are AAC, SBC. So those seem to be the most universal amongst them right now. After that, then you get the other ones. You've got LDAC, aptX, aptX Adaptive, and LHDC, and a lot of the different ones. So hopefully we'll see more of that, though. That'd be something really nice to see, because at least if they can get their stuff together and start pushing us towards it. But I think if anything, the competition between them is what's driving them, because somebody wants to be the first one to be able to say, like, they can already say stuff like high res, right? But here's the thing. I think they really are pushing towards being the first one that can say lossless wireless. I think that's what they're looking to get. So hopefully that'll be something we see in the next couple of years. That'd be kind of dope, right? So let's see. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you coming through, man. Let's see here. It's already lossless Bluetooth, but it's difficult and pricey. Yeah, I mean, what I mean is bringing it down to where it's affordable. Where that's what we've been seeing so far. Because the stuff that we're seeing now, sub $100, is pretty insane. Like, this is why we keep telling people, like, if you really want to see what's possible, pick up a set of the Edifier TWS1 Pro. For $50, it's ridiculous. Like, the value is so ridiculous. So they sound better than a lot of earbuds that are much more expensive. What they don't give you is all the advanced options. You don't have ambient sound, there's no noise canceling, there's no app support. There isn't a lot of those advanced features, but just for sound quality, long battery, they're really tough to beat. So Omega, I never had a hissing sound. So yeah. Let's see. Yo, Tyson, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Let's see here. Life P3s will arrive Tuesday. I'm really excited. Is there really much of a difference in ANC between the Liberty Air 2 Pros? The Liberty Air 2 Pros have slightly stronger noise cancellation. So just slightly stronger. But overall, you'll be good to go. Just make sure you're getting a proper seal with them. Try all the different ear tips and rock out that way. So it says TWS1 Pro better than my AirPods Pros. Yeah, for sound quality, absolutely. Absolutely, man. So, I mean, AirPods Pro are a jack of all trades earbud. So this is why when people say that they're trash, I tell them, nah, not really, because they can still do a lot of things better than a lot of other earbuds on the market. And those were dropped, 2 years ago almost? And they're still out here stomping out people. So yeah, noise canceling is excellent. Spatial audio is excellent. The microphones are excellent. They have the most natural ambient sound on the market. So they do a lot very, very well. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Look, the question has appeared. Hold on, I gotta put this up right here. Hold on. Here we go. That's the answer to the question. I forgot to put up the banner so that people wouldn't ask this question. But I'm just joking here, rfox46. I don't have a daily driver. And the reason I don't have one is because I'm testing far too many products for me to listen to one set of earbuds on a daily basis. So that's just not what I do here. So the closest thing I can give you is I have a rotation for personal use. So I have like some that are like my top favorites that I like to keep around for my own usage. If I just want to listen to music, usually it's going to be the Status Audio Between Pro. So there's other ones for other reasons. Like if I need noise canceling, I'll pull out my XM4s or the Bose, so it just depends on what I want to do that day. Let's see here. I have the JVCs. The Liberty 2 Pro overall sound better. The JVCs have some crazy bass though. Like those are just straight up bass cannons. But if you want an overall earbud with overall better sound, the Liberty 2 Pro Plus is going to be the better of those two for sure. For pure bass, the JVC's got it. Like that's a bass head earbud. Like, yeah, if you're a bass head, those are the ones you want to roll with. Let's see here. Favorite Sennheiser earbuds? Those are the Momentum True Wireless 2. If you're having problems with the AirPods Pro, I mean, it's an Apple product. Take it back. Like, I don't know why I even have to say this. Like, take it to the Apple store. And if you're too far, contact them and get them shipped out. I don't understand why people put up with nonsense from Apple products. Like, if you're having issues with them, dude, it's a freaking Apple product. Send it back. So what would you recommend over the H1 with similar sound quality with the volume and bass? Most likely would be the Edifier NeoBuds Pro. Shit, even the Liberty 2 Pro Plus for that matter. Let's see. Which do you find are the best call quality mics, the best transparency modes? Soundcore? Well, no, I mean Soundcore does pretty good. The Life P3 are very good. The Liberty Air 2 Pro are very good for both of those. But for call quality right now, it's still going to be the Apple AirPods, the Jabra 85T, the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 2. So those are going to be the best ones. I mean, you could if you want to buy a set of Sennheiser Momentum 1s. I wouldn't. Battery life was really, really bad on them. They don't sound anywhere near as good as the Momentum 2s. They had an issue where they would discharge the case. So like I would go to grab my case and the case would be totally dead after a couple of days. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're going to get them for like $20 or something. I wouldn't recommend the ones. No, I would suggest you go with the Life P3. Let's see here. Do you believe the earbuds should be fixable, replacing batteries that had not get a new set every 2 years with new warranty? Oh yeah, absolutely. Should they be? Absolutely, they should be fixable. Is the market going to go that way? Hell no. Unless somebody comes up with a law that says in order to sell true wireless earbuds in the United States, they have to have replaceable batteries, then no, it ain't going to happen. Why would they do that when somebody could just die out? They don't have the option to fix them. Now they got to buy a new set. Why would they? You have to think about what the companies are thinking about, right? What's going to make them more money? Should they be fixable? Hell yes. One of the biggest things that pissed me off was when they removed the removable battery from cell phones, from like the Galaxy line. I believe my S5 was the last one. I don't know if it was S5. I'm pretty sure it was S5. I think the S6 was when they stopped having a removable battery. That pissed me off because just for people that don't know, like back in the days when we had removable batteries on our phones, I used to I would have my phone and my battery would get me halfway through the day. And then right around lunchtime, I would pop that battery out. And then I had an Anchor battery, Soundcore's parent company. I would have an Anchor spare battery fully charged up. I would slap it into my phone, 100% battery instantaneously. People trip out about like all this like 120 watt fast charging. Like, yo, if I could carry a second battery with me for my phone and just slap it in whatever I want, I don't got to worry about fast charging. I don't need fast charging. I could just put a new battery in and keep rolling. So yeah, I mean, I'm all for that, but it's just not the way that the market's moving because they don't want that. So it's they're what they're looking at is their bottom line. I'm not saying that that's fair. I'm just, that's just the way it is. It'd be dope though. I would love to see that. Oh yeah, big releases. We got a lot of stuff. As far as I know, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming towards the end of the year. What exactly it is, I don't know. The big rumors right now are the new Galaxy Buds that are supposed to be coming out. That's the big rumor. Obviously, new AirPods are supposed to be coming out as well. So we'll see. But I think gearing up from, I would say, August through November, we're going to see a lot of launches. So headphones and earbuds. Earphone Free Pro, yeah, they can almost get there. They can almost get there, which is really, really surprising for a $60 earbud. Yeah. Says, man, I used to change my Note 4 battery all the time. Yeah. Oh, carry a power bank. Oh no, yeah, you can definitely do that. I mean, that's what I do, but that's not the point. The point is where I could have, for me, I used to carry 3 batteries, but I would have one in my drawer at my desk at work, and then I would have one in the car. But if my phone battery ever died, all I had to do is pop the back off, throw a new battery in, put the, and then at night when I would go home, I would recharge those batteries. It was so simple. It was so simple. That's why, like now, like, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like when I see like fast charging on like phones and stuff, I'm like, all right. I mean, that's cool. Like for me, it's not a deal breaker. Like people make like all this fast charging hype like it's the greatest thing on earth. I'm just like, cool story. Like, all right. But because I was just swapping whole batteries and having instantaneous 100%. So yeah. It says many people rely on streaming services daily to get their music. Which do you like? I see a noticeable difference between YouTube Music, Spotify, Deezer. For me, I don't use YouTube Music. The selection was not very good. The quality wasn't very good. I also don't use Spotify for the quality reasons. I've never tried Deezer. It's one I haven't tried. Used to use Tidal. I got away from that. So right now, my 2 favorites, the ones that I'm using almost on a daily basis, are Apple Music and Amazon HD. Both of those. So let's see. Yo, what's up, Red Rats? How you doing, bro? High hopes for the Nothing earbuds. High hopes? Not really. I mean, it's going to be cool to see, but I don't have high hopes for them. So there's a lot of people putting a lot of hype around those, but it's cool. I mean, it is what it is. It would have been cool to get one of those 50 samples that they sent to Lou. It would have been dope to get one of those 50 sent over here so I could do an actual review on them. But yeah, I mean, we'll see when they come out. Let's see if I can get my hands on them. I doubt that that Carl Pye or whatever his name is going to send me a set. But either way, we'll see. We'll see what's up. What, seriously? Is the Liberty 2 Pro Plus real? Right here, man. This is a Liberty 2 Pro Plus, my guy. Maybe you just got here, but yes, it is real. And here's a shot of what they look like when they're paired. Let me bring this up so you can see. That's what it looks like when they're paired to your device. So yes, they are indeed real. Let's see here. Let's see, what do we got? Pandora. What the? Is that even still a thing? I used to freaking hate Pandora. It was the worst, man. Commercials every few seconds, and even with the paid version, you could only skip so many times until finally enough people complained they got unlimited skips, and oh god, it was. Oh man, the thing I didn't like about Pandora is that like that its algorithm kind of didn't work right for me. Like I'd be listening to like the kind of music I like, and they would try to like force feed me. Like I like a lot of 90s alternative and like some of the grunge stuff and like a lot of that stuff too. Mix it with hip hop and all kinds of things. But no matter what, it always tried to force feed me Green Day. And I don't have a problem with Green Day. The only thing I had a problem with was that Pandora used to try to shove it down my throat. And I'm just like, bro, you can't pick anything else but Green Day? Like, which engineer at Pandora is such a big Green Day fanboy that this is all the algorithm tries to suggest? It's like, hey, they like any of these songs? Green Day. It's like, suggest me Rage Against the Machine, or maybe System of a Down, or, how about Smashing Pumpkins, or, something different. But nah, every single time that it would play something outside of my playlist, it was freaking Green Day. Every single time, man. So let's see here. What else we got going on? Do any earbuds come with foam tips? I put them on my current earbuds, but need to remove them to charge them. Yeah, no, I mean, there's plenty that include them, like the Sony XM4, for example. They include memory foam ear tips. The thing with using memory foam ear tips with true wireless earbuds is that you have to get memory foam ear tips that are designed for true wireless earbuds. You can't just pick any memory foam ear tips. They might fit on the stem, but then you can't charge them. So there are ones that are specifically made for true wireless earbuds. Comply makes them, and I forgot who else, or somebody else is making them. I think Deconi might be making them. So you have to get them that are specifically made for it. That way you can leave them on your earbuds and still charge. So I was using the Deconi ones on my AirPods Pro for a while, and those are perfect. Like, they fit right in the case and everything. So it was no big deal. Yo, Big John Tech Reviews. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. I'm not a fan of reggaeton, bro. That's not my thing. I love reggae. Not a fan of reggaeton. It's just not my thing. Let's see. Let's see here. What else we got? Hefe, you would love Sawano Hiroyuki's music. Very high res. All right, I might have to give that a try for sure. So I always wanted to use Napster Rhapsody, but I didn't know how to. I hear you. I think we all used to use Napster back in the days, man. That was a long time ago, though, man. That was a long time ago. Let's see. It says, yeah, listen to Smooth Jazz Station where Leonard Skinner popped up the other day. Oh, nice. Let's see here. Bear Dynamics. Nice. Are Bear Dynamic a thing in the US? Well, they're over-ear headphones, yes. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, I know a lot of content creators, a lot of musicians, a lot of producers that like to use Bear Dynamic headphones. There's a lot of gamers like to, because I forgot there was some big game streamer who was using them, and then all of a sudden everybody and their mama had to have Bear Dynamic. So it was good for Bear Dynamic. But yeah, and they're pretty dope. They're pretty good headphones. Excuse me. Says, I had the Liberty 2 or the Liberty Pro for a while, got the Galaxy Buds Pro for free buying the S21, and I just got the Sennheiser CX, and it blows Galaxy Buds Pro and Liberty Pro out. Nice. Good to know, man. Glad you're enjoying them. Let's see. Favorite type of music for me, by far, it's going to be like Motown and oldies and stuff like that, like 50s, 60s, and 70s. That's, a lot of soul, a lot of blues, stuff like that. Old school R&B. That's really my thing. Like, I love all kinds of genres of music. I think that one's probably my favorite. That's mostly because of my upbringing and my mom listening to that music when she was pregnant with me. So, but yeah, so that's more my favorite. I listen to everything. If you check out the LJEFE playlist, you're going to hear all kinds of stuff. There's going to be rock. There's going to be Latin music. There's going to be a ton of hip hop. So yeah, listen to all kinds of stuff. SpinFit 360s work on TWS1 Pro while allowing them to still charge in the case. Yes, I actually showed them literally doing that in my review video on the top 5 under 50. So, but yeah, that it totally works. But here's the thing, though, just to be clear, on the TWS1 Pro, their ear tips that they include are actually pretty good. So, but yeah, you can swap them out with the CP360. Is not a problem. The Between Pro will still win on sound quality. They still win. But it isn't a huge difference. It's just tuning. The Between Pro are have a little bit better balance. But to be clear for everybody, that's the only thing where they win. against the NeoBuds Pro. NeoBuds Pro literally win for everything else. So and the only reason I say that is because the Between Pro, they sound excellent. Like for sound quality, they are the best, but they're essentially a one-trick pony because that's all they're good for. That's literally all they're good at. So beyond that, you can't do anything else. There's no noise canceling. There is no ambient sound. There is no gaming mode. There is no app support. They don't have nearly as good call quality. So it's just one of those things where, yeah, it's just they sound better. They do the sound thing better, which is the most important thing. But if you need something for more than just listening to music, like if you want to use your earbuds for anything else, then you know that they're not a very good option for you. Because I've had people that come in like, oh, I bought these, you said they were the best, and I'm like, yeah, I said they're the best sound quality. I'm not saying that they're the best earbud on the market, because they're not. They don't have all the features that a lot of people are looking for. So for sound quality, yeah, but I just want to be clear that there are other better quote unquote earbuds depending on your use case, because some people need noise canceling. Some people need their earbuds to be able to make Zoom calls and phone calls for whatever reason, and stuff like that. So those aren't a good choice for those people. So it just depends on what you need them for. Now, that's making a short story long, but yeah. Come on, man. What kind of question is that? You serious? Oh man. No, dude, here's the thing. So fun fact, JD, not everybody on YouTube is a full-time YouTuber. So just to be clear, I work. I have a 9-to-5 job. So just that's for everybody in here. Just don't mean to break the illusion, but not every YouTube channel you see on YouTube only does YouTube. Now, also to be clear, I do YouTube as my job. I work for a company called vidIQ, and we are a YouTube optimization tool. But still, even before this, like I only started working for vidIQ about a year ago. Before that, I was working in San Francisco. I had that crazy commute across the bay every single day. So the first 3 years on my channel of being public on YouTube, I was still working my 9-to-5, you know, going back and forth to the city. It's only been the past year where I've been working remotely, but yeah, I still do work a normal, you know, a 9-to-5 job. I still have a full-time job. E16. Yeah, by far. The E12s are like crazy bass, but the E16s are just so much better. They're just so much better. What about Toyful Head? I've never heard of that brand. Nope. Yeah, never heard of them. Let's see. So you mean that the NeoBuds Pro is the best all-rounder for under 150? Thanks a lot. Your kindness, interaction, and subscribers. Of course. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Like, even if they get edged out by the status, for an all-arounder, they can't compete against the NeoBuds Pro because they don't offer everything that the NeoBuds offer. That was my main concern, and that was what a lot of people complained about with the status audio. It's not that they didn't sound good. It's that they just didn't have all of the convenience and features and like all the stuff that they were looking for. So, I mean, if you can get the status for $99, they're worth it. At 150, that's a tough sell. That's a tough sell, man. So, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, E16, dude, they're legit, man. Yeah. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate that, bro. You're the best. Seriously, man. I owe you major for always coming through and holding it down in the chat, bro. Yo, Buzz, what's up, man? I got my renewed Sony XM4s earlier this month. They are awesome. Hell yeah, bro. I'm glad, man. Buzz was one of the people that when we were doing the Prime Day live streams, he went ahead and copped the renewed XM4s for the low price. Buzz, those are the ones, the renewed XM4s were going for what, 200, if I remember correctly. So I was trying to push people to that because I was like, yo, you can get XM4s for $200. Like, why wouldn't you? So, and just like anything else when you buy Amazon renewed, you always want to give them a quick wipe down. Like, that's just what I do automatically. But the beauty of buying stuff on Amazon renewed is that you get that 90-day warranty. So if there's anything wrong with them, anything happens within 90 days, it's on Amazon. Like, it's not on a vendor. It's not on Sony. You don't have to go through anybody else. It's just between you and Amazon, and they handle it quickly. because I remember my boy Travis, he was doing the Amazon Renewed series on his channel where he was buying phones though, and he was getting a bunch of phones on Amazon Renewed. And they guaranteed, like, I think on the iPhones, they were guaranteeing that they were going to have above like 90% of battery life or whatever on them. And I mean, like the battery health, they were going to have above 90% battery health. And I think his showed up with like 100 or showed up with like 87 or something. He hit them up and they swapped it out for him. So yeah, man, I mean, it's legit, man. What do you think about the JBuds Air icon? The icons are cool, but if you're going to get the JBuds Air, get the JBuds Air ANC. So this is how it went. There's an evolution, and the icons are the 3rd generation of the JBuds Air. You want to get the 4th generation, and that's the JBuds Air ANC. They're better in every way: battery, sound quality, volume, all of it, and they include ambient and active noise cancellation. So this is what I tell people: like, the icons are cool, and I have a full review on my channel. But if you're going to buy the icons, I would spend a little bit of extra money and just get the JBuds Air ANC. They're better in literally every way. So that's really the one you want to go with, unless you're going to get the JBuds Air icon for like stupid cheap, like $20. And okay, cool. But yeah. Yeah, I'm just to be clear, dude, I'm a headphone and earbud guy. I'm not a home theater guy. So the conversation for that, you're in the wrong place for that one. You'd have to be checking out my dudes like New Record Day or what do you call it? Geez, how am I losing it? Joe and Tell, Jesus Christ, the Techno Dad. So like those guys that do a lot of home theater, home speakers and stuff, those would be the channels you'd want to check them out. Let's see. Are you into IEMs? Do you have any recommendations for under 100? Yeah, dude, so let's do this. Now, we're going to do a little bit of show and tell here because this is hilarious because there's so many questions that could be answered if people just took a look at my channel. Like it's hilarious how many questions could be answered if you guys did that. Let's do this really quick. Let's go to my channel and then I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can see what I'm seeing here. Okay. Share. All right. Oh, whoops. That's the wrong one. Nope. That's probably as good as it's going to get. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So there is my YouTube channel right there. So as you can see, that is my YouTube channel. So basically we go into videos, and videos, you scroll down and you can see like all the videos that I've put up. Just recently, I did this video right here, under $100 IEM King, the Moondrop Aria. So that's my latest review on a set of IEMs. Those would be the ones that I would recommend for you. But that's something you can definitely check out. And I'm going to be doing more of these coming up soon because it's been a while since I did any IEM reviews. And the truth of the matter is, I do a ton of I don't do a ton of IEM reviews. I listen to a ton of IEMs. So that's the difference there. But that's something we're checking out. So definitely want to check that one out, man. Let's see here. Beat Studio Buds or Between Pros, which ones you like better? Really? Is this an actual question? You should know the answer to this. Once again, study before coming to class. I know, right? I mean, who'd have thought? Oh my God. Earbuds are the best transparency mode. Those are going to be the Apple AirPods Pro. So, but the NeoBuds Pro, the ones I reviewed yesterday, also on my channel, a review that was released yesterday called the Edifier NeoBuds Pro. Those have some of the best ambient sound that I've tried in a long time. It's much more natural than I had expected. And the fact that you have the slider where you can adjust the volume of it that's pretty legit. I was really into that. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Are you still down on the Soundcore Q35s? No, not really. They released a firmware update which fixed the issue that I directly addressed in my Q35 review. So that's definitely something. That's something to think about. Where I'm assuming here that they've released this for everyone. So yeah, those are the kind of questions that we don't answer here because of stalkers and for personal security. So asking me that kind of question, I know it's okay. Like I'm just gonna say, I'm not saying this like I'm coming down on you, But just to be clear for everybody, I don't answer questions on a personal level like that. That's like asking me, stuff like what color my house is and stuff like that. So just for personal reasons, I don't answer those kind of questions. Let's see. Are the Soundpeat Sonic still worth getting right now? Yes, absolutely. But just be careful because there is a Soundpeat Sonic Pro, and they are completely different. So don't automatically think because it says Soundpeat Sonic and Soundpeat Sonic Pro that the Pro is better. Because depending on what kind of sound you like, it's actually worse. So the Soundpeat Sonic Pro are very, very neutral, very more well balanced, but nowhere near the dynamic and bass cannon level of the regular Soundpeat Sonic. So if you like a lot of bass, go with the Sonic, and if you don't like bass, then you go with the Sonic Pro. So they're very different. Just want to make that very, very clear. Oh, hold on, Slang. I'll send that over to you right now, bro. Hey, I mean, no doubt, man. Hey, I tried, bro. Like I tried for real. I tried. So yeah, it's no go. Like I said, man, if you guys want to hit up JBL, tell them that they need to holler at your boy, then I'm all good with it. But yeah, let's see here. The answer is always yes. Yep. Let's see. Well, actually, between those two, I guess the only thing I would say more than anything, what's most important would be the water resistance rating is going to be really, really important. So it just depends on which one has a higher rating. If I remember correctly, I believe they're both like IPX5. So I don't know, between those two, personally, I think I would go with the Life A2 NC, but yeah, it's kind of a tough choice. So let's see which $100 earbuds are the best overall. Oh man. So there is a video, Kadeem, that dropped on my channel yesterday called the Edifier NeoBuds Pro. So if you are interested in checking those out, all you got to do is go to my channel, and that will be one of the very first videos that you will see. I suggest you check out that video. That'll really break it down for you. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why I spent, 30, 40 hours making those top 5 videos and just to have people ask me what my top 5s are. Oh man. Let's see here. If you check the link in the description, Darian, all you gotta do is click there. They were released last week. So yeah, they're not scheduled to release. They're already out. You can get them on Amazon. I've got them right here. So yeah. Let's see. LaShawn says breathe. Well, no, it's cool because we have a lot of one thing that we don't realize during live streams that there's people constantly coming and going. So there's people who like just popped in and have no idea what's going on. So and then you have a lot of people who somehow find my video or this live stream who've never heard of me or who are not subscribed. Like 90% of the people who watch my videos, which I think is freaking hilarious, who've just never heard of me, never subscribed. So they have no idea that I literally just dropped a video yesterday on what is probably the best set of true wireless earbuds under $100, which is pretty crazy to say because it's pretty nuts. Edifier, man. Edifier is really swinging for the fences. Right now, they're holding the titles for both best under 50 and best under 100 on ELJEFEREVIEWS list. So it's pretty crazy, man. They're doing some big things, but that's how it goes. Like there's a lot of new people, which is fine. Like I have no problem with that. And I know sometimes I come across like I'm being an a-hole. I'm just having fun, man. That's all I'm doing. I'm just having fun. Hopefully nobody is taking me to heart or too serious of like, man, this guy's a dick. Why is he not just, telling me the answer to my question? And it's because I've spent 20 hours answering your question. So it's in my hope that you would, if you don't subscribe to the channel, so be it. But at the very least, take a look at the channel, look at the videos that I've done, and a lot of those questions you're asking for are answered. The reason my videos take so long to make now is because of the comparisons. You know, I could just do a review like I was doing, where I would just review the earbud, talk about it, show you the test, and get out. You know, 10, 11 minutes and I'm done. But now that I'm including, you know, the comparisons and the rankings and then doing the call quality test for all of them together, pushing these videos out to 16, 17, 18 minutes, it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. So that's why it's very personal for me, that like when people ask me those questions, like, hey, just go check out the video. I put so much time and effort into that to make sure that you're getting as good of an experience as you can find on YouTube when it comes to an earbud review. I'm trying to do my best to get these reviews to a high level, like what Jim's review room was doing. You know, Jim set the standard for what reviews were on YouTube. And that's, you know, that's a lot to do. That's a high level to get to, but I'm just trying to bring you as much information as I can and keep it fresh and kind of keep it moving and doing the best that I can for you. As a newbies, I suggest you hit that subscribe button and binge watch his videos. I appreciate that, man. Gave 27 for a set of Ugreen high tune, bass is boomy, EQ it down, and wow, they sound excellent. Nice. I've heard good things about Ugreen. They've never offered earbuds to me, but I've heard good things about them. See, just came back from shopping, saw this, had the Liberty 2 Pros when they first dropped. By far my favorite. Gonna have to check out the new ones. Nice. Hey, no doubt. No doubt. You ain't never lied, bro. You ain't never lied. So can I do a top 100 under 200? Bro, are there even 100 earbuds worth that list? Oh man. No, dude. Kenneth, just to be clear, I don't mess with Olav. I don't support any of his products. I like the Earphone Free Pro. I like Earphone as a company, but anything tied to that dude's name, not gonna happen. The review that you're not gonna see on my channel is for those earbuds. So yeah, hard pass. I don't mess with him. So other reviewers that I follow myself, I mean, if we're talking about earbuds, I can share my screen. I can show you. So let's see here. So here's the people that you should be checking out. There's some, I actually tend to follow more up and coming channels than anything else. Like I don't follow like a lot of massive YouTubers. So share screen real quick. Let me make sure everything looks good. All right. So one of the first ones that I would say here's my boy GameSki. If you're not familiar with GameSki, I don't know what kind of rock you've been living under. But this is my dude. Like GameSki is my legit friend. He's my homeboy. So this is the channel you should be paying attention to if you're into headphones, true wireless earbuds, things of that nature. The other one, probably the biggest one I follow, and it's a really cool dude, Flossie Carter. Amazing creator, one of the funniest people on YouTube. Just hilarious cat. So definitely somebody you want to check out. After that, we got my dude from down under, Picky Audio. So here's another one that you want to check out for sure. He's on his road to 10,000 subscribers, doing awesome work. So definitely one that you guys want to check out for sure. Picky Audio is on his way up. He does, and he also goes in depth. So that's one of the things that I like. So he goes in depth into his stuff. The other one, Sozen Gadgets, for a lot of my people who are into earbuds, you guys are familiar with Sozen. He's on his way to 5K. So doing his thing, also doing really excellent work. So definitely somebody you want to check out. Very in-depth on his stuff as well. After that, you've got my boy Tecmo. Tecmo's been out here. He's been on the come up. So definitely somebody you need to be checking out if you're into the audio stuff. So we up to 13.4K. Good for him, man. He is doing well on his channel. So yeah, this is my dude right here. Like for people who may not know, this is my guy. This is my homie right here. So definitely somebody you want to be rocking with. My dude Tecmo. There's so many, man. I'm trying to remember everybody. Let's see here. Another one. If you're into IEMs, you want to check out my dude Zpolt. So Zpolt is definitely legit, man. 100%, man. And hold on, we got my guy David Stevens in the chat. What's up, man? How you doing, bro? Glad to see you here, man. It's another channel we're checking out now. Mr. All That Tech doesn't do a lot on the earbud side, but he did do recent reviews, I believe, on the Beats. Believe he did one on the Sonys, and I think he just did one on the H1s. So definitely something to check out, man. Another awesome channel. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it, man. Let's see here. But yeah, so let's see here. Who else? Where was I? The other one I do check out, ZeReviews. Now, ZeReviews for me was an acquired taste, not because I didn't like his personality or sense of humor, which I do. For me, it was an acquired taste because of the friggin' GoPro that he wears when he shoots his videos. It started making me dizzy. So I basically now, like when I watch his videos, it's usually when I'm doing something else, and I kind of more listen to him, almost like a podcast versus actually watching the video. So, but definitely legit on the audio file side of things. It's him. You got Josh Valor, another dope dude. Never had a conversation with this guy, but I think he's pretty good friends with my buddy Brian Badsey Tech. So another amazing creator. DMS is the other one. So DMS is one of my other favorite channels right here. So an awesome dude, really creative, really articulate, really knows his stuff, and actually works for Abyss Audio, if I remember correctly. So an awesome creator in his own right. One of the other ones, before I forget, on the true wireless side of things, if you guys are into true wireless earbuds, my guy Mark Ward, man. Mark Ward Tech Guy, which still kind of cracks me up because it still has it as Mark Ward Tech Guy. But yeah, another awesome creator, another awesome channel, definitely somebody worth checking out. Hasn't dropped a video in a month. I'm not sure what's going on. He might be taking a break, or usually he's actually really consistent. Like he's usually doing a lot of videos. So but yeah, another awesome creator right there. Trying to think of who else. Oh, here's another one. CEO in the making. Awesome channel right here, man. He's about to break through 25,000 subscribers, doing some awesome work on his channel. So definitely somebody worth checking out for sure, man. Make sure you guys go over there and show him some love. If you guys do, make sure you guys tell him that your boy LJEFE sent you over. Definitely a legit channel and somebody worth checking out. Some people that are still on the come up right now. You've got my guy Septian. He was in the chat, might still be in the chat. Let's see if we can find his channel. So he just got started. He's at about 126 subscribers. He's doing a ton of earbud reviews on his channel right now. Make sure you guys check him out. If you're into this stuff, make sure you guys are following his channel, hit that subscribe button, help him out. So this is my guy right here. He's been a long time supporter of the channel and definitely deserves some love, man. He's over there doing his thing. So I like what he's got going on. And then another one that just getting started. Let me see if I can find his channel, man. It's gonna be kind of tough though. And I don't know if that's how he spells it or not. Might not be it. Well, let me see if I can find his channel real quick and then I'll bring him up. But let's see here. Oh yeah. How could I forget? Hold on, man. How could I forget? Because he's in the chat and I'm over here losing my mind. And he's one that I watch, and I watch pretty much every single one of his videos. Hold on, let me where's it at? Share screen. Right here, man. It's my guy Digital Slang. He's in the chat right now. I don't know how I could have possibly forgotten about him, but this is my dude right here, man. He's in the chat right now, 12.8K. And you guys definitely need to be checking him out. Like if you guys haven't done so already, you need to go over to his channel. You need to hit that subscribe button. He's doing it big, man. So he's over there dropping videos on all kinds of stuff, including earbuds. But man, I mean, he's been absolutely crushing it. I know he did his favorite buds stream last night. So definitely somebody you want to be checking out, man, is my guy Digital Slang. Like no doubt. It's a real one right here. And yeah, man, 100%. Like Digital Slang is what we call 100% LJEFE approved. So you definitely want to get over there and check out my dude, man. 100%. This is my guy. I can't say that to you enough. Quality content. He has a Saturday night live stream. Like the way that I do my Sunday show, he does one on Saturday nights. So make sure you guys go over there and show him some love, man. Seriously, do me that favor. And there's a lot of other channels out here. There's a lot of people you guys might want to call out. One of my favorites by far and deserves like no introduction is my dude Antoine. I just did his podcast, New Stuff TV, also known for years as Just Doing Life or Just Doing Audio, is Antoine Richardson. He's a good friend. He's an amazing creator. It's Antoine likes to dance and have fun, Richardson. So that dude, that's my guy, man. He's one of my favorite channels for the longest time. He started YouTube about a year before me. He's about to break through 100,000. He's around like 93 or 94K right now. So super proud of that dude. And like I said, I just did his podcast on his podcast channel. Awesome conversation. If you want to see that conversation, go to the community tab of my channel. There's a link in there for that as well. So, and then, but we have all kinds of content creators in the building, man. My guy, Holla at Your Boy right here. He's got an amazing tech channel as well. Same thing with Gigi Gadget Goddess. She's also doing a lot of tech and product reviews as well. Barry Johnson, man. Barry Johnson doing the Surface Duo. That was legit, man. So lots of, I'm telling you, man, we got CH Gadgets in the house, another awesome content creator. Ben Aqua's in the house, another awesome content creator. So yeah, I mean, we got a lot of people in the house that are also doing their thing. So Stutter and Bob, yeah, Brandon OD, man, totally forgot about Brandon, but yeah, that's my dude too. So, and I'm glad to see Brandon OD was going through some issues with the MCN, man, and I'm glad he was, you know, able to like get out of that, because that was rough, man. That was rough. So it says, I think New Stuff TV, you were on the podcast last week. He's funny, cool dude as well. Oh, absolutely, man. That's my guy, man. So yeah, there's a lot of people, man. There is a lot of channels out here doing this kind of stuff. And I'm happy to be a part of that community. You know, at some point I think we need to start like a digital slang. We need to start the Justice League of or the Avengers, if you will, of earbuds. Like we need to start a gang. Like an earbud gang, man. No, but I'm dead serious, man. This is something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I think it's something that could be very good for us, because you know, there's a lot of haters out here, and they're already accusing us of being some sort of an earbud mafia. So then we might as well start an earbud mafia, man. We'll do like a private chat, man, and it'll just be only headphone YouTubers, man. It'll be that's what we'll call it, man. We'll call it the headphone mafia or something along those lines, man. But yeah, oh yeah. Oh, dude, how could I forget, man? Yeah, DHRME from I think they're either in Canada or India. I don't know which, but those dudes are legit, man. I like those guys. So, like I said, dude, there are so many of us doing this that it's really hard to keep up, man. The only thing I wish is that we had more females in period, more females in tech. Like Miss Gigi right here, but more females in audio tech, because if you guys are following any female creators doing audio, please DM me, tweet at me their names and their channels, whoever they are. I would love to support them and follow them. You know, we had a good friend of mine who's Joan, man, Joan Sharp. She was an amazing creator. She still is. She's a dope person, but I think she just decided to go a different direction with her life. Now, I don't know this personally, but sadly she stopped uploading videos, and I absolutely miss Joan. So she's such an amazing voice, so talented, and really awesome video production quality as well. But I don't think she wanted to only be a headphone YouTuber. I think she had other aspirations, which much respect. You got to follow what you want to do. But I do miss her voice, you know, having that perspective from a female, not to mention an amazing content creator. And she had the smoothest voice. Like, people compliment me for my voice on YouTube, but she had a way smoother voice. So yeah, man. So hopefully if you guys, dude, seriously, man. Exactly. Thank you, Michael. The audio game on YouTube is a sausage fest. Same thing goes for tech in general. But, you know, if you guys know, man, if there's any females doing, you know, audio reviewing, please put me up on game. Please let me know who they are. That way I know. So, oh yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think last I checked, Joan was doing a lot of photography and stuff, like in real life photography stuff. So maybe that's the way that she decided to go. So says for gaming headphones, I go to Bad Seed and Detroit. Yeah. Well, Bad Seed that's my dog, man. That's my homie. So that's my dude, man. Brian Bad Seed Tech is an amazing creator, man. Like, I can't say this enough. I'll bring up his channel real quick so you guys can see who I'm talking. Oh yeah, how did I forget? Oh, dude, thank you. No Sardines. Thank you, man. Sean Talks Tech and Kenneth Tanaka, two of the best doing earbud stuff. Seriously, they're from overseas. I believe both of them are overseas, but they are doing awesome work, and they usually get to some of the overseas like brands earlier than I do. So they're definitely people you want to check out. But let me bring this up really quick here. Hold on, because we got to check out. We got to give flowers to people while we can, even if they're not here to receive them in this stream. But yeah, so check this out. This is by far one of my favorite channels, and on top of that, one of my favorite people. I had the blessing of hanging out with Brian on 2 occasions, and by far one of my favorite creators, like by far. Just not just from being a dope dude, not just from having amazing production quality, probably one of the best voices on YouTube, and probably if not the best beard so far I've seen. But just an amazing creator, man. 300,000 subscribers. I've been following Brian since he was well below 100K, and an amazing dude, man. He's inspired me so much to keep going, to push, because he's set an example for me of what's possible through hard work, through consistency, through perseverance, of constantly elevating what you're doing here on YouTube, and just hard work, man, just working and working and working at something. And to me, that's super inspirational. Like, even just we haven't had a call in a while, but we had a call a few months back that really, like, we had a call, and it pushed me so much just from having a conversation with him for an hour, that I think I went on to make like 10 or 12 videos in a short period of time, because his energy pumped me up so much. So an amazing creator. If you guys aren't checking him out, he does audio, gaming peripherals, all sorts of stuff. Like, here's an XM4 versus AirPods. So he does a lot of headphones, a lot of audiophile stuff as well. Tons of keyboards, gaming headsets. Like today, he just had the Virtuoso XT. But definitely somebody that you want to check out 100%, man. One of my favorite channels by far. Like, by far. I can't say this enough, man. Yo, Technically T coming through with the super chat, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming through, man. Oh yeah, we can't forget about Juan. We can't forget about Juan at all. Juan Bagnell is an amazing dude. Same thing with Painfully Honest Tech, man. So, and I'm glad to see that Jason's getting back into audio a little bit more as well too. So, but yeah, man, I mean, some good stuff, man. Yeah, Batsy Tech, best beard on YouTube, 100%. 100%, man. It says he has more hair on his chin than I have on my entire body. Oh man. Oh yeah, Aaron is Loud and Wireless. Totally forgot about dude. Yeah. Aaron does a lot of Sony videos, like a lot of Sony videos. So, but yeah, definitely another cool dude, man, for sure, man. But man, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. My voice is starting to get wiped out. I'm gonna have to. We're already past the 90-minute mark, and that's usually where I want to stop these videos. So I appreciate every single one of you coming through. We got more stuff coming up this week. I have a review of the HiFi ZenDAC version 2 coming up. That is a desktop DAC amplifier. So that's for your wired IEMs and headphones. That's coming up as well. Pixel Buds A series is coming up. And a lot of stuff, man. We got so much work to do here on the channel. But appreciate every single one of you, man. I got to get back to work. I got to try to write these scripts, but I think tonight I'm going to take the rest of the evening off. What do you guys think? I think I'm going to take the rest of the evening off. I'm going to maybe have dinner with the family. Maybe we'll watch a movie or something, but just kind of take it easy. But yeah, man, once again, thank you for everybody coming through. Thank you for everybody who's, hanging with me throughout this whole stream. All my fellow creators, coming through and hanging, Digital Slang, Barry Johnson for always holding it down in the chat. LaShawn, holla at your boy, Tech T, Ben Aqua, Gigi Gadget Goddess, holding it down for the ladies in tech, always coming through and showing love and support. Can't appreciate you enough. But yeah, everybody come through, man. I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you guys check out those channels that I talked about today, especially the ones that are up and coming. Those are the ones that need your support the most. So, Floss is already over 1 million. My dude Brian's already over 300,000. But we got a lot of other channels like that we're out here grinding. We're at 50,000 and 40,000, 30,000. Some of them are barely breaking 100 subs. Those are the ones that deserve your support and motivation the most by far. And that's why I try to do my best to show up in people's comment sections and to give them that drive, because YouTube is a lonely game for a lot of people that don't know this. When you're just starting out, YouTube is a lonely game. And I remember dropping videos that nobody watched and nobody commented on, getting 4 views, 5 views after 24 hours. I know what that feels like. You put all that work in, you upload a video, nothing happens. I know what that's like. So, you know, whatever we can do to support the channels that are just coming up, as a creator of any size, it's always good to try to give back wherever you can, even if it's just a little bit of your time. Dropping comments means so much. It's not meaningless to me. When I drop a comment on your video, it's because I took the time to sit down and watch your video and leave a comment. So it's highly appreciated, man. All right, man. Well, everybody, take it easy. I will see everybody next week, but look forward to the videos. And if any questions come up, let me know. And also remember what I said, if you guys encounter any female audio tech reviewers, please let me know who they are. All right. I'll see y'all later. Peace.